Hey guys, this is Darryl Addison at torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison at torpedopot.com, where we make self-growing planters. You're looking about a number of pounds of celery growing on one of our planters that has been growing by itself for at least, 5 months with no human intervention. All we did was to plug plants, small tiny little seedlings, into the planter, and then it grows your food all by itself. Torpedo Pot has developed a biotic technology that it grows your food using the microbes in the soil. The planters you're looking at right now, most of your green leafy vegetables don't require any fertilizers at all, because the soil itself, and we use mushroom soil, the soil itself produces a lot of the ingredients. It breaks down the materials in order for things to grow extremely fast. So what I'm gonna do now, I need to find out how much celery I have here, and I have to take it off because this celery is gonna grow back, all right? So, and it probably go into the wintertime. I think some of our celery does go into the wintertime, but we're going to test this one out. So what I need now is that you understand you don't need tools to grow your food. You just drop your seeds in and your seedlings in, and you walk away for the rest of the year. You do nothing else. So I'm gonna make this real simple. I push my seeds inside of the hole, or my seedlings, inside of each of the perch holes in this planter, and they decide to take off and to grow themselves. Let's take a look at what's actually inside of this planter before we cut it up. This is what the base celery looks like. Nice stalks, sound stalks. Now, you may not believe this, but the stalk that you're looking at, we've already cut down once. Let me just make sure I got this correct. Yeah, the stalk that you're looking at, we've already cut down once. This will be the second cutting of that stalk. And look at this the base stalks, and this is the stalks in the torpedo. These are the stalks that you're looking at inside of the torpedo right here. And each one is going to be different and has a different height, but they're going to be delicious and they're very potent, and they have a lot of flavor, an awful lot of flavor inside these planters. So let's take a step back, and I want you to watch me as we start to cut these planters up. Now, I'm going to use a basic tool. Remember now, the only tool I have is my fingers to put those seeds in that hole. And this right here is my harvesting tool. All I need is a pack of shears to cut it down. So let's cut this down together. Okay, the first stalk that I want to cut is, now I'm not trying to pull the whole stalk out of the ground, okay? I'm going to look at the branching that's taking place. I'm going to grab it with my fingers. I'm going to surround it, and I'm going to cut it off. Okay? I'm not trying to pull out the ground because, remember now, this celery is going to grow back throughout the season, okay? So we're going to take that one stalk, cut it back, and now we're going to measure how much did we cut. Let's go take this and put it in a bag and find out how much celery did we cut off of that one cutting. Now, as you can see, that's a lot of celery. And guess what? It's only got a small dent in it. So we have a long ways to go. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it. So I wanted to bag it, but it's so much right now that I'm going to just lightly cut it off right here. And I'm going to put it in the bag. And it's so interesting because it'll continually produce for you. And I'll take another handful and we'll put it in a bag. This will be used during my soups during the wintertime. I love soups during the wintertime, and it's proving very helpful. So let's cut some more off now. Just watch me now as I start to go down there and cut these stalks off. Huge stalks, okay? And I'm gonna get the whole thing. In other words, there. Part of a stalk is there. Look at it. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. We don't have problems with food. We have problems with supplying food. It grows, food grows by itself. And a torpedo pot, you don't need tools to grow your food. It grows by itself. So I'm gonna take this, put it inside the bag, and I'm going to cut it down the size with this right here. My shears, and just go in, cut it down the size, and I'm going to put another hand in there. I'm gonna cut this down the size, and then we'll force it back in there. I don't know if we can get, maybe we can get one more, but let's weigh this right now. I'm gonna weigh this and see what it weighs. So I'm gonna tear the scale for you to see. And Now the bag is about 2 or 4 ounces. Well, let's just see what it weighs. Oh, 0.6 ounces. So I'm going to tear this to 0, and then we're going to weigh the bag. This one bag is 2 pounds, 4.8 ounces. Let's do another one. Cut it off, just down to the stalk. We got so much more to go, okay? Don't get lazy on me now, guys. I need your help. I need you to help me see what's going on here. Okay. Whew, man, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That is like a bouquet of flowers. That is like a bouquet of flowers. So one planter should supply a supermarket throughout the year. And I do mean a supermarket throughout the year with fresh celery. So those who are growers, this is a great opportunity to step back and to find out if you want to supply celery to your marketplace. Again, I'm just going to shove it in the bag. Now, all of these are going in my freezer, okay? These are self-growing planters now. They grow all by themselves with no human intervention. Okay, there's one we have in there. And let's try another one then. Whew, man, I got a long ways to go. I wanted to cut these off first so you can see what the other stalks look like up top on the torpedo portion of the plant. Honestly, your celery requires little to no fertilizer at all. The torpedo pot does a great job of utilizing the nitrogen inside the soil and the fungus inside the soil to promote your plant's growth. So you really do not need to add any nitrogen. You don't need to add any phosphorus. You don't need anything at all. It grows all by itself in the torpedo pot because the torpedo pot creates a biotic environment in the planter for your plants to take off and to grow. So let me go ahead and now chop this down. Isn't that beautiful? That is absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping this will be another, oh, I've got to replant this. I'm going to pull that bag open a little bit more. So I'll just double bag it. Now let's weigh this. Cut it on. I'm going to put the bag on. 0.6, well, it's pretty consistent. Tear it. And now we're going to weigh a second bag. What does this weigh? 2 pounds, 11.6 ounces. Wow. So that's a lot of celery that's being weighed there. Let's put this aside. And so automatically we have 2 pounds, 11 ounces, and we have another 2 pounds, right? And I think it was what, 4 ounces or something like that, or? Okay, so we have 4 pounds, literally right here. So let's do some more. You hear that crunchiness? That's how fresh this is, okay? It's so fresh. Oh my gosh, it's so fresh. You know, I'm thinking about how can you use celery? What do you use it at? People talk about the benefits of celery, eating it, biting off celery, providing a lot of the nutrition that it has. But you can cook celery down and use it in so many different ways. Notice now I'm not throwing away the stalks. The stalks are where a lot of the properties, and I like to use the word, the pharmacological properties are of the plant are throughout the plant. So if you take this bag right now, stick it in the freezer and freeze it, you'll lock all of that flavor in. You know, I tell my clients all the time, they say, Daryl, shouldn't I blanch my food before I put it in the freezer? Blanching is the worst thing you can do. The reason why is because it drives a lot of the nutrition from the plant into the water, and you really do not get a chance to enjoy the benefits, the health benefits of your celery. So I recommend, but those who are using fertilizers, your fertilizer, what it does, it compromises the outer wall of the plant itself. Now, when growers grow their food and they put fertilizers, those fertilizers come through the plant itself. And so what you have is a plant that contains some of those chemicals inside the plant itself. You don't want that. Because when you have those added chemicals in there, they're not part of the genetic structure of the plant itself. So you're not getting the full flavor, the full body growth that has been going on for many, many years. What you're getting, come here, what you're getting is a byproduct of the growth that's taking place. I gotta call my puppy. So with us at Torpedo Pot, it's all natural, it's better than organic. We don't even like to use the word organic. Organic is the wrong word because organic means that you have to meet federal specifications before you use the soil. It has to meet certain specifications for heavy metals, certain specifications for specific chemicals. Forget about all that. What we do is that we use the biotic environment to grow your food. So we use the plant itself. I want to show you something. Come here. I want you to take a look at the soil that's in a torpedo pot. You see that dense root system that's inside of there? From all that celery that's growing? This is a living environment. And this living environment is literally growing your food. And that's what we do. We use and we support the environment that's allowing your food to grow. And it's been doing a great job. So that's why we're so successful. Now, in these root systems, you're going to find out a lot of living organisms will start eating this root system. And so it builds its own environment of living organisms. I'm going to put it back in here so it can do its job. Because remember, this celery is not dead. It's coming back. We're only cutting it off because we want to promote that growth and to have it come back. I'm going to tell you guys, this is a lot of celery. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of celery. And I want you to see how fresh and healthy this celery is. You're not looking at something that's dead. Now, this is a very healthy growth. Now, normally, you need to wash this off before you bag it, but I'm bagging it now because I want you to see what's going on. I'll take it out and I'll wash it later for us to actually use. Right now, this is just a secondary storage to have this grow. All right, so I want to take a look to see exactly how much we have here. Okay, so pull this out, the celery in there, and let's zero the bag again, the scale for the bag. I'm going to tear it. There you go. Tear the scale, put it in here, tear it again, 0.6. The bags are consistent in terms of their weight, which is really good. And now we're going to weigh this one. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. So with these 3 bags right here, I would say we have close to, we have about 7 pounds of celery right here. 7 pounds of celery that's ready to go. Now, what I want to do, any system that takes more time to plant your food than it takes to harvest your food, you don't want it. I want to spend most of my time harvesting my food than taking care of my food. I don't have time to take care of my food. My food needs to be in an environment where it can take care of itself. I don't want to give it chemicals. What we're going to do now is work with the top of the plant, and we're going to see what the top of the plant is going to give us, the type of celery it's going to give us. Now we know that if we go through this, we get maybe about 3-4 more pounds out of the base here, but I want you to try the top and see what goes. So we have celery that's going out of this top here. I'm just going to cut it down. Now remember now, this celery, I want you to see the root system. It's doing so fine. Look at that root system that's coming out of the torpedo. Look at those roots that are there. Isn't that amazing? And look at this celery growing. Look at this, the stalks are really healthy. Yes, the stalks in the top portion of the planter is different from the stalks at the bottom of the planter, okay? So let's take a look at this again. And cut this off. Okay, pull it out. That's all you have to do. There's nothing fantastically different about this. Okay? All right, so we cut off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 5 stalks? That we cut off 5 stalks so far. And let's see how much it weighs, because then we can do some calculations to see exactly how many plants we're growing and how much celery we're going to get out of this planter. Yep, so I'm going to bag this right now, and I think we're going to weigh it. I just want to do the 5 just to do it a run. So the 5 right here, stalks, cut it on. And we're going to tear it. And we're going to weigh 5 stalks, okay? and that weighs 0 pounds 13. I'm gonna get it up to 6. I'm gonna get up to 1 pound. Let me try a little bit more, because I'm gonna see what 1 pound is going to do. So as you can see, the curved planter series, the bottom series, grows your food extremely well, and so does the top celery. We're looking at a top torpedo that can go as high as about 100 feet. So don't underestimate your torpedo. They're very, very good growing solutions. So let's put this in here. And now that we have this celery, let's pull it back out. Let's weigh it again and see what we can do with this. Let's get it to 1 pound, at least 1 pound. All right, let's weigh it and tear it again. The bag is going on. Yep. Tear it. Put the bag on. Tear it. It's consistently right. The manufacturing process for these bags is excellent. And wow, so we got 1 pound, what's it, 7 ounces? Okay, 1 pound, 7 ounces. So let's do some math. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now, there's 40 locations in here, okay? And, oh no, it's not 40, it's 9, 10, 11, 12, it's 14 locations, perch holes where you can put your plants in. 14 times 4 on all 4 sides of the torpedo. So it's 40, and 4 is 16, it's 54, correct? So 54 holes inside of this torpedo. 4, 16, which is 40, 50, 56, excuse me, inside of this torpedo. So 9 is producing 1 pound. So if we have, in this case, 60, let's say if we had 60, or 56, 60, round it off, and 9 is producing 1 pound, that means that all of these together will have net you about, the total about 6 pounds. Well, that's 1.6 pounds, I think, 6 ounces. So we'll net you close to about, let's say maybe about 10, 12 pounds around there somewhere. And so we have 10 and 12 pounds, and then we have what's growing down at the base, which we already have about 6, 7 pounds. So we're looking at total going up, we might be looking at a total of about, I don't know, maybe about 20 pounds of celery around there. Now remember, this is not the end of a crop, okay? Those who are growing celery all year round, you're going to get more and more growth. Remember, we cut this celery down already and it came back. And that's what's going to happen with these, they're gonna grow back. So what I'm gonna do is to start cutting the rest of the celery. I'm gonna bag it and store it away, and I'm gonna have it do its second season and let it do its growth. This is Darryl Addison at torpedopot.com. There are a lot of roots. The fungal ability in the planter is already developed, so the plants are growing, they look beautiful, and I want to give them the light and the air to breathe so I can get a bigger, more powerful crop out of this planter. Listen, I want to thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to text me at info@torpedopot.com. Email me info@torpedopot.com, and we can explain to you how the system works and how it would benefit you and your family. Darryl Addison at torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison at torpedopot.com. Thank you.